Thank you, Mr. President. I thank Senior Coordinator Karg and UNOPS Executive Director Moreira da Silva for their informative and sobering briefings. Gaza's agony continues. Japan is appalled at the ever-increasing death toll, which has now exceeded 41,000, including many children, mostly women, and including many civilians, mostly women and children. We remain concerned. Israel's repeated evacuation orders have left nearly the entire population of the Gaza Strip squeezed into only 10% of the land. Much of it is not fit for human habitation, and basic essentials such as food, clean water, and sanitation are difficult to come by. Swift, effective, and unhindered delivery of humanitarian aid is crucial to alleviate the suffering of Palestinians, but this requires a safe operating environment which Gaza unfortunately does not have. While Japan welcomes the humanitarian pauses have led to successful rounds of emergency polio vaccination campaign, it is gravely concerning the humanitarian access remains severely constrained due to insecurity and long delays. Israel's attacks in densely populated areas continue unabated. The recent airstrike on a school in Nuseirat killed 6 UNRWA staff members. Japan deplores the casualties of aid workers who are tirelessly working to deliver the necessary relief supplies to the people of Gaza. We are frustrated and deeply disappointed. Our appeal for protecting humanitarian personnel and UN staff has not been heard, and that the loss of their lives continues. This is totally unacceptable, and actions need to be taken to make real changes on the ground. UN staff and partners must be able to safely carry out their duties. Let us be clear. Compliance with international humanitarian law is not a matter of discretion, but an obligation for all member states, including Israel. Mr. President, Japan praises the efforts led by Ms. Karg and her team to increase the flow of aid through multiple corridors and improve coordination and access. We also note that the 2720 mechanism is consulting with key parties and within the UN to ensure preparedness for a ceasefire by prepositioning supplies and utilizing all aid routes into Gaza. These facts shows Ms. Karg's mandate and her reporting to the Council under Resolution 2720 remains critical. Japan expresses strong support for the renewal of her reporting mandate and will actively participate in the Council discussions to that end. Mr. President, as stated by many of our colleagues around this table and echoed by voices around the world, ceasefire in Gaza is the only path toward peace, security, and stability in the region. Japan continues to extend our strong support to the diplomatic efforts by the US, Qatar, and Egypt that would lead to an immediate ceasefire, the release of the remaining hostages, and delivery of humanitarian aid at scale in Gaza. At the same time, the ceasefire will be only the first step toward a sustainable peace in Israel and Palestine. Ultimately, only a two-state solution can finally resolve this tragic conflict. I thank you, Mr. President.
I thank the representative of Japan for their statement.